If a patient goes to a doctor with a diabetic foot in this condition, what would the doctor do? Nothing, but to chop off the foot. Today, you can save the foot. Thanks to ENAGIC. Hello friends, this is Abdul Rashid, from Bangalore, India. Welcome to a presentation on a special type of structured drinking water, which can literally change your life and also the life of your family. Let me introduce a 42-year-old Japanese company, ENAGIC.
This amazing water is being brought to the world by ENAGIC, an incredible 40-year-old company from Japan. ENAGIC is a member of the Water Quality Association, WQA, and the Direct Selling Association. The factory is certified by the International Organization for Standardization for Manufacturing Excellence, including the industry's only ISO certification for manufacturing a medical-grade device. They are also the only ionizer company with WQA Gold Seal certification for water quality. ENAGIC leads the industry in innovation and quality, and their products are recognized as the gold standard in the industry. Join a solid company on a mission to spread true health throughout the world and be a part of the next trillion-dollar industry. The need is great, the product is spectacular, and the time is now. Change your water. Change your life.
ENAGIC has only one manufacturing unit in the world, located at Osaka, Japan. As mentioned earlier, it is certified with ISO 9001, ISO 14001, and it's the only company to be certified with ISO 13485 medical grade certification. The domestic model, a medical device being presented to the world, is the SD501, the flagship model. This device converts our regular tap water into delicious, nutritious and the healthiest drinking water. It is termed as KANGEN Water. Kangen is a Japanese word which means return to origin. ENAGIC is approved by the Japanese Association of Preventive Medicine for Adult Diseases. The association is a group of 6,500 doctors who have tested ENAGIC's water life science devices in clinical applications with their patients. ENAGIC is the only company in the world to receive this honor. Over 400 hospitals and clinics in Japan use KANGEN Water. ENAGIC is the only company awarded with the WQA Gold Seal certification. Some of the world's renowned doctors using the SD501 and the KANGEN Water are Dr. Hiromi Shinya, the famous inventor of endoscope, used in colonoscopy. Dr. Horst S. Filtzer, vascular surgeon and department chairman, Cambridge Hospital. Dr. Corinne Allen, brain disorders and healing, endorses KANGEN Water to be the key ingredient to enzyme activity and function. Barack Obama's present cardiologist, Dr. Gerald Bresnahan, recommends KANGEN Water. Some of the books written by the famous doctors endorse the SD501 and KANGEN Water. Change Your Water, Change Your Life, written by Dr. Dave Carpenter. The enzyme factor by the famous Japanese doctor, Dr. Hiromi Shinya, professor of surgery, chief of endoscopy department and inventor of endoscope. Killing Cancer, Not People, by Dr. Robert G. Wright, who is the director, American Anti-Cancer Institute. In his book, on page number 168, he endorses Hiromi Shinya and the KANGEN Water. He goes on to say that the patients treated by Dr. Shinya had zero recurrence of any type of cancer. Endless list of celebrities drinking KANGEN Water. So, what is KANGEN Water? KANGEN Water is the electrolyzed structured water which has three strong properties. 1. Anti-oxidation. 2. Alkalinization. And 3. Microclustering. Why KANGEN Water? KANGEN Water protects our cells from oxidation through its antioxidation property. Hydrates and nourishes the cells through the microclustering property. Removes toxins through the microclustering property. Balances body environment through its alkalinization property. Recharges the cells with a negative charge. Overall, it promotes healing within the body. Till date, we have heard two dimensions of water: dirty water and clean water. Dirty water may contain dust, sand, chlorine, fluoride, lye and other chemicals. To make the dirty water clean, we install filters, purifiers, RO systems, etc. But do we know the consequences and risks of drinking RO waters? World Health Organization has released a 16-page report on the risks of long-term consumption of RO water. You can find it on Google. So, Now you know what is dirty water and clean water. Let me ask you one question. Have you ever heard of bad water and good water? Let me tell you, what is good water? On the face of the earth, there are certain places where we find the natural miracle healing waters. At places like La Côte in Mexico, Norderney in Germany, the Zamzam waters in Mecca, Saudi Arabia and Lourdes in France. It was also found in the HUNZA Valley where the HUNZA tribe perished. The average lifespan of the HUNZA people was found to be 150 years. Nobel Prize winner Dr. Henry Coanda studied the HUNZA water for 6 decades and found that the HUNZA water contained properties which gave anti-aging effects. Scientists found out that these waters contained active hydrogen, which made the water alkaline. It was also found that water struck with lightning was also alkaline. The Japanese worked at finding a way to replicate the waters from deep springs, known for miraculous healing effects. The result was a water ionizer, a medical device which converts clean water into structured water, with properties similar to the natural healing waters. They named the water as KANGEN Water. Kangen is a Japanese word meaning return to origin. Now, let me share with you live demonstration on the 3 properties of KANGEN water. Starting with antioxidation. We all know how important oxygen is. But oxygen has its negative effects also, like rusting. If we don't take proper care at the right time, it will eat away the metal too. These apples demonstrate how oxidative stress breaks down our cells, cause premature aging and disease. These changes are visible, but the changes that happen internally to every organ cannot be seen. Every organ in our body is affected by the free radicals. Take for example, you have a tomato and a bottle of water on the table. You go out and come back after a week. Will you eat this tomato? Will you give it to your family? No, but you will surely drink the water, because the damage on the tomato can be seen but the damage to the water cannot be seen. But today, we have instruments which can measure the oxidation of the water. One such instrument is the pinpoint ORP monitor. Water having a positive ORP is considered to be leading to sickness, whereas that with a negative ORP is considered to be leading towards health. Have a look at this video in which the demonstrator uses international brands of bottled waters and compares with KANGEN water.
I want to welcome everybody, and I'm going to go into the demonstration here, and I'm going to show you the 3 unique properties of this water and why it's so very special. The first property I'm going to show you is what's called the ORP, which stands for the oxidation reduction potential. And we're going to show you that with a meter that shows whether a liquid has a positive ORP or a negative ORP. And if it has a positive ORP, that means it's bad for you, or it's oxidizing, or aging, or rusting. We all know what that is, right? And so if it has a negative ORP, that's what makes it a powerful antioxidant. So what we're going to do right now is I'm going to pour some of these liquids first. And we're going to start with Dasani. And these are, we just put together an array of liquids that most people drink, right? Did you drink any of this? Dasani? How about Aquafina? Yes? I think I used to drink all of these. And how about Smart Water? Yes? How about the Arrowhead sparkling water? Yes? Anyone like that water? That's why I kind of like those, all the flavors. Actually, this was my favorite water. It's called Alive. In a second, you'll see what I call it. How about sports drinks, Gatorades? Yes? Everybody like those? I used to drink a lot of sports drinks because, you know, you see athletes drinking it, so it must be good for us. How about sodas? Do any of you drink sodas? Okay, and this is just tap water. Anybody drink tap water? And then this is Kangen water. Okay, so this is the pinpoint ORP meter. Now we're going to test the ORP of the Dasani. So notice Dasani is over 215 right now. Now we'll go to the Aquafina. How's the Aquafina? We'll go over 220 and climbing. How about the Smart Water? Over 230 and climbing. How about Arrowhead? Over 315 and climbing, getting worse. Alive Water, This was one of my favorite ones. 400. Now I call it dead water. How about Gatorade? Any of you drink Gatorade? Look, 393 and climbing. So remember, the worse, the more positive it is, the worse it is. How about 7-Up? Now, all sodas are pretty much the same, just we use light colored. So you'll see 394 and climbing. How about the tap water? 325. Here's the star of the show, you guys. Look at negative what? Negative 400. Now negative 426. So as you can see, when it has a negative, this is the only water that has a negative. That's why they call it negative water in Japan. That's why they use it in hospitals over there. Because all the positive ones are oxidizing, aging, rusting, bad, internally on the body. But the negative water is neutralizing the free radicals. So that's why we want to drink this water and hydrate your body on a regular basis.
We saw that tap water, all bottled waters and all sodas have a positive ORP, while only KANGEN water had a negative ORP. We drink fruit juices which generally have minus 80 ORP. But we take it with tap water or bottled water having a positive ORP, because of which its effect is reduced. Green tea is minus 120 ORP. But this is again taken with positive ORP water, thus reducing its effect. If you take these stuff with KANGEN water having a negative ORP, you can imagine the percentage and the intensity of that stuff in your body. U.S. National Library for Medicine declares in its official website that electrolyzed reduced water protects DNA, RNA and protein from oxidative damage. Antioxidant water has multiple benefits on the body's health. The second property, alkalinization. Doctors and authors have written on the importance of pH and health for years. The average pH of the human body lies between 7.3 to 7.8. 1 out of every 11 people are diabetic. It has been scientifically proven that insulin binding happens only if the body is alkaline. Researchers have proved that optimal binding of insulin happens between a pH of 7.6 and 8. Coming to cancer, Dr. Otto Heinrich Warburg discovered the root cause of cancer as acidosis and hypoxia. He also discovered that cancer cells are anaerobic and cannot survive in an alkaline environment. He declared that cancerous tissues are acidic, whereas healthy tissues are alkaline. Let me now demonstrate the alkalinity property of KANGEN water compared with international brands of bottled waters, on the pH chart.
The next property I'm going to show you the water is, over here, and we're going to test these waters for the pH of the water. So pH stands for potential hydrogen, and we have a little chart here where I'm going to show you, and we're going to put a few drops in these waters, and we're going to show whether they are on the acidic side or the alkaline side. We'll just put a couple of drops in each one of them. We have a nice little pretty colorful display today, right? And we'll kind of stir these up real quick so you can get a better look, and then I'll show each one of them. Let's clean that off. Let's clean it off each time. Okay. So we'll use this pH chart here and show. So the Dasani is what?
Very acidic.
On the acidic side, right? How about the Aquafina? Also acidic. How about the Smart Water? A little better, but still acidic, right? How about the Arrowhead Sparkling? Very acidic. How about the Alive Water? That's why I call it dead water now. How about the Gatorade? Also very acidic. And how about the 7-Up? Bet you didn't know you were drinking so many acidic things, did you? How about tap water? So right around neutral, right? So tap water is always going to be neutral to slightly alkaline because it's federally regulated by the government. So besides, the chlorine, the fluorides, they put lye in the water, which is a pH of 14, very alkaline, to raise the pH of our city water, the tap water, because if it were acidic, it would rust the pipes. So I don't think they're concerned about our pipes. They're concerned about the city pipes. So that's why it's always going to be in that range. So let's move on to the KANGEN water. Now here's the star of the show. What is the KANGEN water?
Wow.
Very alkaline, right? So with a touch of a button, we can change the alkalinity, and this one is 9.5 pH. So we all know that we should be slightly alkaline, right? Because we're over 75% water. Unfortunately, look what we're drinking today, and the foods we're eating, and the air we're breathing. And so when you drink this water on a regular basis, just think about your bodily fluids, right? Now watch what happens. What did we just do? Just with a little of the water, we neutralize that and raise the pH of the water. We'll go to the Aquafina. Notice. How about the smart water? Notice I'm just putting in a little bit, right? So imagine when you're drinking this on a regular basis, what happened to the Arrowhead water? It was struggling, and then it went right back to acidity. That's because it's very acidic. Notice the Alive water. No change. How about the Gatorade? Also no change. How about 7-Up? So now we'll go over to the tap water. Notice it changed pretty easily, right? So now when you're drinking this water on a regular basis, that's what's going to help your body to balance your pH. Now, I'm going to take the 7-Up here. Now it's already diluted, right? Watch what happens. Now think about you're drinking this on a regular basis. Watch what happens when we just add a little bit of that. Notice it takes it right back to an acidic state, just with a few drops. If you're drinking these things, and these are all pretty much in the same range, watch the Kangen water.
Wow.
We just destroyed the Kangen water with a little bit of diluted soda. If you're drinking sodas, this is right around the pH of about 2.5, which makes it about 50,000 times more acidic if you were starting over here at the neutral point. So that's how acidic it is. So, as you can see now, that's the second property of the water that makes Kangen water so very special and why you want to be hydrating your body on a regular basis.
We have found that all waters are acidic and only Kangen water is alkaline. Now coming to the third property of Kangen water, microclustering. Regular water has 15 to 20 molecules per cluster. Larger clusters limit absorption into the cells, whereas Kangen water is 5 to 6 molecules per cluster, making it easier to penetrate through the Aquaporins, enabling greater absorption and easy flushing of toxins out of the cell. Have a look at this video for the third property of Kangen water.
So now I get to show you the third property of the water, which is microclustering of the molecules. And so regular water, like tap water, is about 15 to 20 molecule clusters, whereas Kangen water is about 4 to 6 clusters, so much smaller. And you're going to get to see a visual when I show you that with these green tea bags. So this is Yamamoto green tea. It's a tea that I like. And so we're going to go ahead and put one of these in here in the first cup. And what do you have to normally do to make tea?
Heat the water.
You have to heat the water. So we're going to take room temperature tap water. And notice what's happening.
Nothing.
It's not making tea, is it? That's because you have to boil the water to make tea. So we're going to take another tea bag and we're going to take the Kangen water. Notice what happens. What's happening to that tea bag? It's making tea instantly. Watch what happens when I go to pour again. Instant tea, right? The smaller molecules are penetrating the tea bag and drawing the tea out of the tea bag. Okay, let's take one and go. How about if we go back to tap water? No tea, right? So it's not a magic show, so you understand. It's just the molecules are too big to draw the tea out of there. We'll go back to Kangen water. Notice how it's drawing tea out of the tea bag. And notice this tea bag's still struggling over here, right? So let's take it back over here and let's see if we can get tea out of it. Notice, instant tea with the Kangen water. So I think you can understand with the microclustering of the molecules being 4 to 6 clusters, much smaller, how it's drawing the tea out of the tea bag. Now imagine when you're drinking this water on a regular basis, it's hydrating the body better. This water will actually reach the brain in 60 seconds, every part of the skin in 10 minutes. It will penetrate the cells much easier, carry nutrients into the cells, and carry waste products out of the cells. So I think you can see that drinking Kangen water with the negative ORP, right, the alkalinity and the microclustering of the molecules, this should be the water of choice for everybody to drink because it's far superior water and beneficial for the body.
One more important aspect of a cell is its voltage. Generally the voltage of a cell ranges between minus 120 millivolts, that of a healthy heart cell, to minus 20 millivolts, that of a cancer cell. Let us see the role played by Kangen structured water on the voltage of a cell, a broader view of the effect of Kangen structured water on the cells. A huge amount of research has gone into the study of ionized alkaline water. National Center for Biotechnology Information has published a report on how electrolysis reduced water dialysate improves T-cell damage and end-stage renal disease in patients with chronic hemodialysis. Major health issues. The prime cause of deaths worldwide are cardiovascular disease, cancer, seizure, respiratory disease and diabetes. Earlier these were called geriatric diseases as these were for the people above 70. Later they used to be called chronic diseases as people around 40 started suffering from them. Of late, they are found even in the 20s. So today they are called lifestyle disorders. The basic reason for all these diseases is found to be acidosis and hypoxia. Our cells are 90% water. Overall our body is 70% water. But today our concentration is on the 30% of the body through our food and supplements. And most of our food is acidic. Our body is made up of 73 trillion cells. We are as healthy as our cells. If our cells are healthy, that means the tissues, the organs, the systems, and ultimately, our body is healthy. Does Kangen water fulfill the requirements of a truly healthy cell? Let's find out. Is the cell protected from outside? Yes. Through its anti-oxidation property. Does the cell have a healthy environment? Yes. Through its alkalinization property. Can the cell be penetrated efficiently, carrying oxygen, water and nutrition? And, can the toxins be efficiently eliminated? Yes. Both through the property of microclustering. Can Kangen water provide healthy voltage to the cell? Yes. As it carries the active hydrogen. Kangen water is negatively charged. Now, let us understand the process, how the Kangen water gets generated. Water is fed to the machine after it is passed through a pre-filter. Within the machine, water passes through 7 solid titanium plates coated with platinum in the presence of electricity. This machine generates 5 types of water. Water with a pH of 8.5, 9.0 and 9.5 for drinking and cooking. Clean water, pH 7.0. Beauty water of 5.5 to 6.0 pH. Strong Kangen water of 11.5 pH. And strong acidic water of 2.5 pH. Clean water is used to prepare baby foods and to take allopathic medications. Beauty water can be used for toning and firming skin. You can stop spending on the costly toners. Structure of the hair is refined by the use of beauty water. Strong Kangen water to soak and clean fruits and vegetables. As it removes all the oil-based pesticides and insecticides available on the produce. A small list of the harmful effects of the pesticides. If the rainwater cannot wash it, how can your ordinary tap water wash it? Watch this video to understand better.
Now we're going to show you some other properties of the water. And what we're going to do is we're going to use some tomatoes here that I just got at the grocery store. So these are some Nature's Sweet tomatoes. And how do you normally clean your fruits and vegetables at home? You rinse them in the tap water, right? So we're going to take these Nature's Sweet tomatoes, and I'll try to pluck these out really quick. And you rinse them in the tap water, right? So we're just going to simulate that by pouring some tap water in here. And we're going to take another bag of the Nature's Sweet tomatoes. And we're going to soak them in what's called strong Kangen water. In strong Kangen 0.5. And the reason I put it in a black container is because 3 things affect the properties of the water. That is air, light, and movement. So we always store them in black containers when we make the water. So we'll just soak some of the tomatoes with the 11.5 strong Kangen water. And while those are soaking, we'll let those sit there for just a minute. And we're going to take some, this is pure sesame oil. And we're going to take some sesame oil, and I'm going to show you while those are soaking what this water can do to the sesame oil. Now what happens, basic science, what happens when you mix water and oil?
They don't mix, they separate.
It doesn't mix, right? So notice how it's starting to separate. So watch when I take the same oil and put the strong Kangen water in there.
Oh, wow.
What just happened?
Emulsified.
It emulsified or it mixed the oil. So we're going to show you today with this water how you can use it for different purposes at home to clean your produce. You can also use it, put it in a black spray bottle like I do, and clean the house with it. So we're all concerned about the chemicals in our home, right? So we can now get rid of all those chemicals and make water that you can use as a degreaser, a cleaner, your 409. You can replace all of those. So let's go back to the tomatoes. How about that? So remember, these were soaking in the tap water and simulating how you clean them at home. And I'm just going to scoop them out of here and try not to make a mess. Okay. That's the tap water. We'll set them right there. And then we're going to do a little taste test. Are you ladies up for a taste test today? Okay, let's get the, I call these Kangen tomatoes. Now, notice the difference. So, you thought you cleaned your tomatoes in the tap water, right? But did you really?
No.
Notice what just came off the tomatoes.
Everything.
Herbicides, pesticides, oxidation, anything that's on the produce, because they use oil-based pesticides that don't wash off in the rain. So guess what? Regular water doesn't have the ability to take those off, but Kangen water has the ability to take them off, just like it broke down the oil over here. So let's pass these around. We're going to go ahead and have each one of you grab one of the Kangen tomatoes, I call them. And let's do a little taste test. Those are kind of big, so you might not want to bite them in half. I would just bite the whole thing, or you might get tomato on you. And so we're going to let them try the Kangen tomatoes really quick. Hey guys, I'm Italian, and I didn't used to like tomatoes. That's pretty sad, right? But guess what? I found out it wasn't the tomatoes I didn't like. It was what was on the tomatoes that I didn't like. So, how's the tomatoes? Are they pretty sweet? Not too bad? Okay, great. So now we're going to go ahead and pass these around. And this is the tomatoes, how you normally clean them and how you normally eat them. And let's see if we notice a difference, or who can notice a difference in the taste. Oh, you got to get a picture of these faces. Look at the face. Look at the difference in the taste. So that now you understand why I didn't like tomatoes. Like I said, it wasn't the tomatoes I didn't like. It was what was on the tomatoes that I didn't like. Everyone notice the difference? Absolutely. The first one was much better? The first one tasted more like you got it out of the garden, right? And it was natural and no pesticides, and it was sweet. Even the texture's a little different. And the second one, you guys, because guess what? You were eating the tomatoes with this on there.
Strong acidic water of 2.5 pH. This can be used to clean and dress wounds. Some of the testimonies are, eczema, completely cleared without any relapse within 2 weeks. Psoriasis, on the 1st of November. On the 17th of November it has spread more. The patient was treated with strong acidic water and asked to drink 9.5 pH up to 3.5 liters daily. See the result in 1.5 months. Psoriasis on the face and on the elbow. Psoriasis on the legs and thighs. Gangrene. Foot fungus. MRSA, before and after the use of Kangen water. Have a look at this video on cleaning of diabetic foot. Some of the before and after images of patients treated by Dr. Hiromi Shinya. Breast cancer image of a female, 45 years old, also suffering from chronic constipation. 3 months later. Image of a colon after chemotherapy. Look how the cells are charred. Can you expect these cells would be carrying the nutrition and oxygen? 3 months later, all cells are returned to origin, back to life, thanks to KANGEN Water. ESR report of a 78 years old female, on the 22nd of December. Doctors could bring it down up to 55 only, from 72. In 2 months. The patient started drinking KANGEN Water 9.5 from the 21st of February onwards. This is the result, in just 1.5 months. Thanks to KANGEN Water. Thyroid is the serious problem, in most of the females. KANGEN Water has helped bring down the TSH from a coma level of 172 to 5.2 in 1.5 months. Listen to the patient directly.
Hi, I'm Sushmita. Actually, I was suffering from thyroid. I had gone to coma level, and this is my result. You can see here. So this report was taken on October 4th of 2015, and this is the report. So my TSH is 172.35, whereas it should be between 0.27 to 5.0. And in the month of January 2016, I came to know about KANGEN Water from ENAGIC company. From then, I started consuming this KANGEN alkaline ionized water February 10th onwards, and started drinking this water. And by the time, I have stopped all my medications and other food supplements too, because I started feeling good. And after consuming this water for complete 1.5 months, I just gone for one more testing, blood testing. This is my report. The same, this has been taken on 20th of March 2016.
There are 52 ways of using KANGEN Water. It was first used in Japanese hospitals in 1974. Domestic unit first introduced in 1994. Comes with a 5 years warranty based on SD 501. Works smoothly for a lifespan of 25 years. Patented, automatic, self-e-cleaning system for long life. Minimize these risks through KANGEN Water. Your health in your hands. Prevention is better than cure. Maintain health. To enjoy wealth, you have 4 models to choose from. All the models generate the same quality of water, only the quantity of the water generated differs, according to the number of plates within them. The flagship model among these is the SD501, the domestic model. It has 7 plates. This machine generates 6 liters of water per minute. The K8 has 8 plates. This is a portable model. It can be carried with you anywhere you go. And the Super 501 has 2 engines of 7 and 5 plates. This model is generally used in hospitals and hotels. The junior model with 3 plates is not shown here. It costs Rs 1.5 lakhs and delivers 3 liters of water per minute. To purchase one of them today, visit www.globalmktg.in, write a mail to globalmktg.in@gmail.com. If this video was helpful to you in any way, please give a like and subscribe to my channel. Share the video with all of them whom you want to be healthy and whose health is important to you.